everybody out there in YouTube land. Today we have this amazing Electro-Harmonix board that was sent to us by the company, and we thought it would be just a shame not to share it with everybody. This is really cool. They've basically given us a sampling of some of their best stuff, and we're just gonna go through it and see what we can do with it.
Yeah, I mean, I've played with some of these pedals before, but there's a couple on here I've never touched. There's also a couple on here that I really want. So it's such a tease.
It really is.
They're really hard. They're glued on there. I can't even steal them if I wanted to.
No, we can't.
No,
Actually,
I wouldn't steal them anyway. It was a joke.
Yeah, totally. But we're gonna go through here and we're just gonna try a couple of them out here. First one we have. This is our CockFight. Is that what it is? This is the CockFight, I believe.
Really, that one?
Yes, this is a fuzz and a wah and a talk box emulation. If I remember right.
No,
I'm not sure which one it was
the fuzz
set
on the
to.
side, the cry.
Mm-hmm. So we have a lot that you can do with this. It's also got a crossover that you can use a switch between, and then it's got your basic drive controls. I don't know if any of our cameras can pick that up, but they're on the side here, and then also a few on the side over here as well. So it's gonna be a little difficult to use here, but let's see. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
So we would like to. There's a more traditional crybaby sound. Pocket full of shells.
We should do this more often.
Yeah, we should.
Pretty good.
So we can try the talk box setting here, I guess. Interesting.
Do you feel like I do?
I do. And then we also, I guess we have our fuzz on there as well, which definitely...
Yeah, it says fuzz pre.
Rank up the drive here. Note it's coming to visit. We could probably do a whole video on just this one right here. This is why it's always easier to have these at your feet.
Yeah.
If we follow our signal chain along here, I believe the next ones in the line are going to be the Pog, which I will switch over to Rick.
This one's definitely on my wish list right now. This one is, so instead of like the Micro Pog, which I'm familiar with, this gives you, I believe, 2 octaves below, right?
I believe so.
So you got your dry output, so your dry signal. You've got your 2nd octave below, 1 octave below.
You've got a cat.
Octave up. And this also features an attack and also a low pass filter, which will allow lower signals to either be cut out or brought in, if I'm not mistaken. And then you also have your detune, which is like a chorusing type effect. What's cool about this one, you can also say presets, and you can hammer through them, which is pretty cool, which I think is very helpful. Let's see what this sounds like.
We might be jumping ahead here, but let's see what this sounds like with it. This one also gives you the different presets too, so let's just jump through, let's see what... Very cool. So this is another one I think you could go for days.
I want that pedal so bad.
It's pretty cool. So and they gave us a smorgasbord of their 9 series, which contains the the B9, the C9, the Key 9. Here we have the Mel 9, the B9, and the Synth 9. So we'll start with the.
Have you heard about the Z9? It does all zombie noises.
They should call it the G9 for Goblin, like the band Goblin, for all the George Romero ones. So we'll get you something here. What I like doing with these is turning the dry signal all the way down, so that way you're just gonna get the actual. You don't want to hear this stupid guitar. So we'll go with that was our OBX, which I believe, if I'm saying it right, Oberheim. I believe that was an old synthesizer.
An old vintage synthesizer.
This is the Prophet. Now 5. Get my head in the shot there. This is the EHX Mini. I can't see it, but I think the cat loves this one.
So you have to try this.
Yes. I actually have already.
Every horror movie sound possible.
All right.
So cool.
Now this one I've messed with a lot. Probably the coolest one on the Mel 9, if I remember right, is this one. It's the low choir sound.
All right,
you can already hear
dry all the way down, effect all the way up, attack, and I'll just play with some of the
In fact, I don't know if you can pick that up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. So which one is that?
This is our low choir.
Low choir.
If you want, you can switch over to the next one, to the high one. Pretty cool.
All right,
there's some other stuff.
What's the orchestra sound like? Weird. Awesome. All right, so that's the Mel 9. So it's got anywhere from a orchestra sound to a choir. But the choir is probably one of your favorites.
One.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I would set that in a separate loop altogether, just so everything I play has a behind it.
Just pour on the
very
reverb.
cool.
Pour on the reverb and the freeze with the choir. And
yes,
cool
and when I had this at my feet, I actually was
you were
messing
doing that?
with the freeze.
We will show you that. We will show
very
you that.
cool.
Because that's what I would do.
Now we got the
B9?
B9 here, so I'll just scroll through some of those.
Yeah.
This one's cool for getting your organ on. Or if you're John Lord fan.
Yeah, so this is the octaves.
Which could add some interesting stuff to your classic tunes. Another one we could mess with 4 hours.
That is cool.
Hours.
No, and that's the problem with the HX is they do some really cool stuff.
They really do.
We can quickly just touch the Pitchfork School. We all know the Digitech Whammy. This is kind of their answer to that because you can plug up an expression pedal.
That's
so
right.
You can use an expression pedal. I don't know anything about.
And then it also
pedal.
does have a way you can push the button down too.
Yeah,
right?
I think
Isn't
so. Which
that-
I've never really done that because. So it's going to give you the same like octave up, octave below. They could also dub. A little bit of the cascade,
Yep.
but I think with the expression you can actually
ramp it up.
Ramp it up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. This one, that you can actually do things like, let's see, we'll put my favorite settings are usually, let's see, that's a major third, I'm assuming. So that should give you, we'll put it down into the, there we go.
Yeah.
That should be that setting. Here's a little something.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you can it pretty much does mimic what a whammy can do, but it's just a little bit smaller footprint, and then again, you can run it to an expression pedal.
And then, I'll switch over to you for this because you're good with overdrives here. We've got the Soul Food. This is a new classic here. These are very popular. It's usually touted as the poor man's Klon.
We call it the affordable clone.
The affordable clone. So, start with the drive a little bit down. That thing sounds great.
It does.
And super affordable too compared to an actual Klon.
Oh, like I think there's sub $80 if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
This one we've got a whole video dedicated to these three,
yes.
so we may just skip over them. But
yep.
Really, what you need to know: this is awesome. This is also awesome. This is also awesome.
And they are different. They really are.
Just a quick little. That sounds good. This one sounds better. And then same here. Wow, that thing's cool. So, yeah, if you want to see more about these, check out our video that is dedicated entirely just to those. And then we also have the bass one, which is a little bit different considering most of this board was set up, I guess, with guitar players in mind. But there's no rules.
Hey,
I definitely
players love their pedals.
I play bass too, and I totally use my guitar pedals all the time. But this one is the bass version, so. It does have a direct output, so if you're a bass player and you don't want all the stage volume, you can run this thing direct to a board.
Yeah.
No problems there.
Now the cross, man, I'm wondering, because when it comes to bass, I really love to keep your dry original signal intact and then add fuzz on top,
right.
So that you still can, because sometimes fuzz can thin out your signal a little bit.
Oh, I don't.
I'm hoping, and I would definitely suspect that this is designed with that in mind, with the crossover and things like that. That you're.
But, let's see what it sounds like on the guitar here. I'll flip you over here. That's cool because even if you are just a guitar player using this, if you notice, I got two completely different sounds by having that crossover set there. If you want to play again. Very cool.
Which I get. No, top box on a bass makes sense.
And, I mean, again, we're using it in a very unorthodox method, but that just shows you that it's what you do with it, because that still sounded pretty cool to me. Now, this is the cool one here. We got the freeze. Now, this is going to allow you to play a note or a chord and actually just freeze it momentarily or indefinitely with the latch mode. So you can do things like take a chord and just play over it. So I'll switch back to me here. So what you can do, I'll put it in latching mode just because it'll be easier since I can't use my foot for this. But I can play a note. lot of possibilities with that one, because that allows you to just be your own orchestra of sorts. You can sit there and have another note behind it. And I would think if you were to play a chord progression and you had this in the non-latching mode, you could just, each time you hit a different chord, you could play your fills over the top of it and change from A minor to C to F and so on and so forth. Very cool.
Like very Floydish.
It can be. There's a lot you can do with
Shine On, Crazy Diamond.
Oh, totally.
Easy. Yeah, it's a great way to practice that.
This is what I've been dreading, because this is the one. God, I cannot figure.
Still not sure what this is.
Well, it's a synthesizer engine and a multi-effect put together. The problem I have with it is just figuring out how to use it properly.
So this is read the instruction manual pedal?
Oh God, yeah. So we're gonna put it in, I guess, into latching mode, and then you can get your effect on or off. So let's see if you want to play. I'll mess with this knobs here. Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
That totally took that song in a different direction. Whoa, run, Odin!
And that's how you get rid of a cat. Gone through echo, filters, tremolos, rotaries, cat getter rid over.
I can see a bass player enjoying this too.
This thing's pretty cool.
Yeah.
God, there's so much going on
crazy.
here. You're gonna have to read the manual.
Read the manual
because
it's gonna make you understand your pedal. I like reading, even if it's just like the one-page thing on the Ditto. I like to read it.
Well,
I like to know how it works.
I think as guitar players, we assume that we know how to operate everything. This one is proof that we don't.
No.
Totally. We got the 360 here too. This is our Nano looper, and this is probably one of the best bang for bucks out there if you guys are interested in getting a loop pedal, because you can buy it for, I think,
it's cheap.
$92.
It's not cheap. It's affordable.
It's very affordable. It allows you to save 11 loops, so you can actually record 11 loops and store them to this pedal. So if you have certain songs that you do in your repertoire, because that's a fancy word, your set list, you can have them already pre-saved and be ready there for you to practice. Super easy to use. Probably don't need to go into it because it's a loop pedal. I mean,
it's a looper.
You're gonna play into it, you hit it, you record, you play back over.
Not to be confused with a looper, though.
Not to be confused with a looper.
Right. Two totally different things.
Next, I'll switch over to me because I love playing.
Yes,
with this pedal.
this is your pedal.
This is my baby. I love
thing.
these. I love this pedal. This is the Canyon delay. Now this thing is crazy cool because it's got, what is it? I think 10, 11 different delays.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All
5,
of them
6,
sounding
7, 8,
fantastic.
9 plus loop.
Plus a looper. So this can actually act as a looper too.
Typically shorter though, right? Well, they just don't give you as much time. But still plenty of time.
It's a very odd one. It's actually 62 seconds, which I'm sorry, if you need more than 62 seconds to loop, then
62. That's interesting.
It's a really weird number, isn't it?
But they're more than a minute.
I didn't buy it for that. I already own a looper. I bought it because of how incredibly awesome the delays sound, and I'll go ahead and throw on, I think, my favorite here. This should be my so we just made it ramp up. Cool thing about this, you're switching. This is the actual time here. So these you can do quarter note. Turn that on. Phone's ringing, guys.
Yeah, phone's ringing.
Phone's ringing. You can do different tap divides. So it'd be quarter note, eighth note,
colors
or dotted.
Got it.
And then you can also tap in tempo. So if I'm gonna play, I can tap that in and it'll flash in time. So now. Killer otherworldly sounds that sound like a synthesizer. Another one that I love. Tap that in there. You have a octave delay. Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever heard? Yeah.
I feel like I just did something good on a video game. I found the princess.
You totally could. And
it's great.
And just the things that this thing can do is just incredible.
Do I need another delay?
You probably do. God, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But there was, we use the overdrive. And then for purists, you've also got the I'd say the Deluxe Memory Man setting. I think that's what it's on.
Yep.
So if you're not a weirdo like me, you can totally do just normal sounds.
So it's got anywhere from usable to otherworldly. So this is probably one of the, well, there's been a couple of the pedals that they come out with. This is the most recent that we've gotten in stock, and that's the Ocean's 11 Reverb.
Killer reverb.
It's awesome.
And I'll let you play this one if you want. I'll give you some. Pretty cool. We got a lot of other ones here we can try. There's the that's very similar to the shimmer setting that's on here. So we can actually do a double shimmer. So,
oh, this would keep me busy for
yes,
days.
it would. And then let's see, just so we can go through it, you know, let's try like we got this. Sound like a god yet?
Oh, that's really cool.
If anybody,
I like that.
yes. So as you can see, we can have a lot of different fun with these things.
Yeah.
And one thing I think we did say we had to do is we got to turn all these on.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Let's break them all.
This might be the last time we ever hear. So
Yeah, we might
lose our
using
hearing
sign
doing
language
this.
from this point on.
So we can try and turn all these on. Let's put this on like an octave,
Yeah,
like a sub octave or something, just to.
So, three octaves below.
And then we'll turn these down a little bit with the drive down. So, oh, this is gonna get crazy. Goodbye, Fender amp.
Should we document that we're doing this? We're get in trouble. What happened to our Vibrolux?
Look what we did to ourselves.
I don't know. We'll set this up next week and blame it on the customer.
Yeah, here I'll do the honors. Let's see. Oh, is your volume all the way down?
No, we broke it.
We broke it.
Is the volume all the way down on something?
Probably.
that was cool.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So, a lot of stuff to switch on and off, but nonetheless,
We did it.
if you want to be creative, get yourself some Electro-Harmonix pedals and clear your afternoon.
And again, we'll have this set up probably until next week, and then it's going to be popping around from store to store. So come on by and try this out. See if there's any pedals you need to throw on your pedal board. I know you'll find some.
There's got to be something in here for
Yeah.
everybody. If you like pedals, right here, man.
This guy's Joe.
This guy's Rick.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, look at that.
Awesome.
That was ridiculous.
Dude, that was
Jesus
so much
Christ.
fun.
I gotta get that Mel 9, man. I need to.